What is up, you guys? I'm here and I want to talk about UFC Fight Night. Holm taking on Ketlen Vieira in the main event. It was an interesting main event. I feel like both ladies did their best, and I feel like they did what they had to do or what they was trying to do or whatnot. But nonetheless, man, let's get started. So I'm gonna start with Holly Holm. Holly Holm, former champion. She won her last fight against against Irene Aldana in that main event. That was some time back. For Ketlen Vieira, she beat Misha Tate. I think in that fight, I think it was like round 4 or something like that. You know, she was hitting her with the hands. But everybody knows Misha Tate, great wrestler. Just her hands isn't there with her wrestling that she has and her jiu-jitsu. So, this fight starts off. I thought the fight was gonna go a little different. I thought it was gonna be a little more striking from both ladies, especially Holly Holm being the boxer. But she tried her best. She did a lot of clinching in this fight. She had a lot of clinch control time, especially up against the fence. Great head position, great movement. She got caught with a wizard up against the fence by Ketlen Vieira. But Vieira did a really good, Holly Holm did a really good job of getting right back up to her feet. Didn't let her really hold and dominate that position there. But yeah, man. So I would say, that's pretty much how the first round went. A couple of strikes in the clinch. Both ladies were hitting each other in the clinch, but Vieira didn't really look like she wanted to get out of there anyways. So that's how the fight ended in that round. Round 2 starts. Obviously, little strikes from the outside from both ladies. Beautiful psychics from Holly Holm. I feel like she has really, really good psychics, really good karate psychics. They look fantastic. Nobody in the UFC or MMA in general really throws psychics like the way Holly Holm does, and besides Stephen Thompson, So besides those two, and Stephen throws it defensively, not even offensively. So it's just like, it's nice to see the psychics in the game. But again, up against the fence, clinching, whatever. And then Holm tried to go for a single leg, try to do the little turnaround or whatever. That didn't work. I feel like she didn't really have Vieira off balance as much as she needed to try to do that. In doing so, Vieira had her in a nasty rear naked choke. It looked like it was going to be over. I was like, oh, she about to tap? I mean, she not about to tap. She probably was just going to go to sleep. If she didn't tap against Misha Tate, it didn't look like she was going to tap against Vieira. But to our chagrin, she got out of the rear naked choke. And that was super deep, man. And that probably took a lot out of her, in that round. But again, a lot of up against the fence. Round 3 starts. Same thing for rounds 1, 2, and 3. A lot of clinching from Holly Holm. Looking for singles, whatever. I believe round 4 is when it started to change a little bit. Vieira, started throwing some striking. Both ladies started striking. That's tiring being up against the fence and clinching a lot. All that clinching is super tired, especially when it looks like they're doing nothing, but I know personally that they're not doing nothing, It's tough to sometimes get out of the clinch, but it didn't, like I said, it didn't look like Vieira wanted to get out of there like that. I feel like when it came to the striking advantage, I feel like the striking advantage definitely went to Vieira. She landed the better, cleaner shots. Holly Holm dropped her with a side kick, but that's, it's not, she wasn't hurt. She just got dropped from the side kick or whatever. But, I feel like the bigger shots that did land, I feel like Vieira landed the better shots whenever she did let go her hands. Holly Holm just had the clinch time, throughout this fight. She had, I think, like 10 minutes of control time up against the fence with the clinch, and and at the end of the day, Vieira got the split decision over Holly Holm. But I can see why people are mad about, the decision. I'm not mad about it, but I feel like with the clinch control time that Holly Holm had and the strikes up against the fence that she did, I'm not saying that Vieira didn't do anything. you know. But she just allowed herself to really kind of be in the clinch. So I'm pretty sure she could have got out. She did that a couple of times towards the later rounds, that she spun out, you know, and get off the fence or whatever. You know, if she would have done that earlier, then maybe the clinch control time wouldn't, you know, accumulate as much. But judges didn't really care about that anyways. They just cared about the strike that Vieira landed in the later rounds, you know, and possibly got her the victory like that. But I would say it was a close fight, man. A close fight in a sense of like when it comes to the striking. But if you had to do it based off the clinch control strikes and control, I would give it to Holm. But I feel like Vieira did her best. But I don't feel like she won either. You know, it was close. You know, she landed good shots. That's pretty much it. And the rear naked choke in round 2. But, you know, I feel like if you get stuck up against the fence and you don't, you know, you're not escaping, you know, and the referee gave all the time in the world for Holm to be in there, you know, and I like that. It wasn't like they wasn't throwing strikes. She wasn't throwing strikes to be able to stay in the clinch, because she was throwing a lot of strikes to stay in the clinch. So I'm not mad at the referee for not breaking them up sooner or earlier or whatever. I feel like he did a good job with that, because they were active. It wasn't like they were just holding each other and doing a little bachata and start dancing or whatever. You know, they were throwing some strikes, looking for takedowns. So, but at the end of the day, again, like I said, Vieira got the victory by split decision. You know, again, I thought Holm won, you know, by the skin of her teeth. But it's whatever, though. You know, judges, I feel like, again, I'm always going to say judges need to be fixed. The way they judge fights, especially like MMA fights. You know, boxing, forget it. But MMA, you know, it's even worse because you got boxing judges doing MMA fights. So just, shit is stupid. But nonetheless, guys, if you guys like the video, make sure to throw a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.